And it's the men's steeplechase final. 15 athletes taking on this 3,000-meter steeplechase. The breeze is slightly cooler, so that's come about at a good time for these men. Robin Müller, the first athlete that will pick out the national under-23 champion and fastest in the field this year. Boutaïb of France.
From the Netherlands, the 1500-meter champion from yesterday.
Best form this season. He did it back-to-back last night, didn't he? 1500-meter gold already, waiting back home at the hotel. Can he bring another one back?
And from Poland, under 23 season best
Maciej
Merjer.
One to watch, wearing leg number 2, third on the European top list this year. The man who tops it, Maciej Merjer of Poland, wearing that blue bib on the inside. So underway, the men's 3,000-meter steeplechase. European under-23 leader this year from Poland. Merjer wearing and leading in this one as well. Takes a look over his shoulder. And that blue bib to indicate his position as top of the European under-23 rankings this year. Like we said, 15 men going in this one. Boutaïb of France, he took a bronze medal. Frenchman, Baptiste Guillaume in 2023. Some good hopes in this one. We see Boutaïb tucked in at the back there. They've just cleared one of the barriers. They'll approach the second as the barrier in the home straight is just manoeuvred into position. This is the first lap that they'll tackle the water jump.
Well, we said at the time of the women's final that we expected Ilona Mononen and Marta Serrano to do battle, and it proved that way right until down the home straight when the Finn triumphed. But this one, it feels, is a little bit more wide open. It was very, very competitive in the heats, and there's some really close calls. Anna Liebel was one of those who just made it inside the top positions. A big French contingent here. You can see Aboudi and Thébault near the front of this race, behind Merjer, who had a relatively clean race, but seemed to remember that Rodriguez in those heats was always keen to pull out wide, get himself some space, but also remind the leader of the heat that he was there. And maybe as he sits in the same position, he'll just look to deploy that tactic once again.
Well, he's already put both his palms on the back of Maciej Merjer, fastest man in the field, European leader, 8:23.01, ran in Big Gosh the end of May. And 3 now, just pulling away as they come towards the water jump. Three-time national under-23 champion. He's done it 3 times back-to-back, Merjer. Looking very, very relaxed as they go through the start-finish line. 5 laps to go. On his shoulder, though, still just there. Lourenço Rodrigues, the Portuguese under-23 champion. Now that 3 Spaniards behind, just pulling together to close the gap. Stefan Nilsson is down in 7th and now looking to move out wide. See him come into the picture there, whether he'll try and climb around the outside.
Well, really impressive first kilometre, 2:47.35. So on for something very much sub 8:30 pace if they can keep it up. The championship record been held since 2003 by Martin Proll, so pretty much before most of these athletes were born. Proll, one of just 3 gold medals in Austrian history. Another coming for Günther Weidlinger, who holds the European Under-23 record at 8:10. Of course, Austria's 3rd gold medal in the history of this level, coming within these championships for Enzo Diesel in the shortest of the hurdles event.
So Robin Müller, second fastest in the field this year, moving around the outside as Lorenzo Rodriguez is dropping back. He's now into 3rd. Nielsen moving up into 4th. He's now on the shoulder of the Portuguese man. It would be an audacious double if after last night, winning the 1500 metres, to come back in this morning session and take the title in the 3000 Steeplechase. He's going to have to work really hard, though, because he has the European Under-23 leader ahead of him.
Especially after only recently making his steeple debut at his home track in Nijmegen in the Netherlands. I think he just wanted to have some fun with it, really. Comes in ranked within the top 8, would be quite special. Of course, at the European Senior Championships in Rome last year, we saw an athlete quite experienced in this event, Alexis Miele, triumph, the Frenchman. I believe it was his 4th race coming into the champs at the steeple.
So 7, moving along very quickly down the back straight. And it is Stefan Nielsen pushing the pace. It's gone sub 3:30 for the first time in his lifetime recently, under, that was just a few months ago. Setting a new national record in the 1500 metres. Really loud support on that bottom bend. So 800 metres to go when they cross the start-finish line. Nielsen leading. Leonardo of Spain sat in 2nd. Angel is there as well, the Spaniard down in 4th. The European leader at under-23 level. He is still there, but dropping back to 5th, as is Robin Müller. So with the pace of the specialist 1500 metre man, really testing these 3K steeplechase specialists. Now, who can match him? At rally once again from Lorenzo Rodriguez. 600 metres to go through 2K in 5:39.51. And now it's Leonardo, Ruben Leonardo, the national champion of Spain, who hits the front. But once again, Nielsen has something to respond, and they'll hear the bell as they cross the line. Rodriguez not far away, now onto the shoulder, pulling out wide as they go over the barrier. Head down, he's really driving to try and contend with the pace of the tall Dutchman. Merjer rallying now, he's up into 3rd. The 2 Spaniards faltering and falling behind. Here comes the steeplechase specialist around the outside. The European under-23 leader, the fastest in the field this year. Habata, who has the fastest personal best, he's out of the picture, he's left it way too late. Lorenzo Rodriguez back in the lead, and these two side by side. Rodriguez takes a look over the shoulder. Has he conceded the victory here? Will he concede the silver medal as well? Poland driving towards the line with Merjer, and he will get there in a new championship record. Ahead of Stefan Nielsen. 8 minutes 20 28.17. Were a dramatic last 100 metres. Nielsen really driving after that last barrier all the way to the line, but he couldn't reach Maciej Merjer of Poland. And the fastest in the field this year, taking the victory, going the way of the playbook. And Lorenzo Rodriguez, well, he really tried. He will take home a medal and a new national under-23 record, and the same to be said for Stefan Nielsen as well. Another medal to add to his gold from yesterday, coming back and taking the silver. Well, it is mightily impressive, isn't it? And a new national under-20 record to boot as well.
Yeah, so that record, I mentioned they were very much on for it after a 2:47 opening kilometre, then slowed a little to 2:52, but 7:20 at the bell, 8:20 at the finish. Extraordinary stuff, because it's taken more than 5.5 seconds off that record that had stood since 2003 from Bydgoszcz. Martin Pröll of Austria. But look at Nielsen's finish here. Might be a bit frustrated with that. He had so much left, but couldn't beat the Polish athletes. And again, how extraordinary to get the gold and come back and do the silver in only his third ever steeplechase race. And one of those was obviously the heat. He ran the qualifying time in Nijmegen at his home track and gets the silver medal against a steeplechase specialist. Merjer becomes the second Polish man to win this title, following Radosław Podlaski in 2005.
Smashing that championship record. New personal best. Just inside 3 seconds, he took off his personal best. Over 5 seconds. He destroyed the championship record by and a championship record that had stood for 22 years.
Yes, and so it's the latest one to be broken.